I'm struggling so much. Like, I am dating this man that I know I shouldn't be dating. And I'm just stuck. Like, I can't get out of this cycle. And I know better. And I want better for myself. And I'd rather be alone. But I'm continuing to, like, stay stuck. And I'm just so frustrated, and I don't know what to do. Even though I do know what to do, and, like, that adds to the frustration. I just, like, left his house without a fight or anything like that. Like, nothing substantial happened. But I just know, like, in the last 24 hours, I'm like, okay, when this man is his authentic self, like, when he says what's really on his mind and heart, like, or blurts out whatever it is that he's thinking, like, it's not a man that I want to be around, or I want to tolerate, or I'm proud of, like, or that I respect. I'm really struggling so much with it. And it's, like, loaded because right now I'm crying, and it feels good to finally cry. Like, when I date this man, like, I'm so cut off from my emotions. So it feels good to cry. But I don't know, just, like, little things, like, I've been noticing, especially, like I said, in the last 24 hours, like, he's so, I don't know if the word is disagreeable, but, like, he counters, like, everything that I say, and it's just, like, it's become, like, so frustrating to deal with. And another thing is, like, we were watching, like, this YouTube video of this girl that vlogs, like, in Italy, and I was, like, looking away. I think he had, like, he was using the massage gun on my neck, I think, or I was just, like, face down in the pillows. I don't remember which one it was, but we were, like, watching her videos, and then it went on to another video. Mind you, like, the first video, in the middle of her video, she, like, did an ad for, like, an athleisure company, and she was doing, like, jumping jacks and, like, dancing in the athleisure. And he was like, there's so many dirtbags, like, watching this. And in my head, I was like, you mean like you, because of all of the times he's given me to, like, believe that about him, you know? Just because, like, it's you are the one with the dirty mind if you're thinking that. Like, I'm not watching her doing jumping jacks and dancing in athleisure and thinking, wow, there's men, like, pleasuring themselves to this. Like, that does not come to my mind in the slightest. Sure, if I really think about it, yeah, I'm not dumb. I know that there's men looking at content of any kind and, like, pleasuring themselves to it, okay? I know that. But he said that, and I was like, in my head, I was like you, and I was like, ew, like, who says that, you know? And then the next video came on, and like I said, he was either massaging my neck with the massage gun, and so my face was, like, away from the TV, or I was, like, face down in the pillows, like, not watching the video, and he made this sound, like, oof. Like, oof. And I, like, looked up at the TV, and it was the girl, like, in a bakery. And well, at first I was like, what? And he was like, oh, those cakes look good. And mind you, in this instance, cakes means, like, butt cheeks, because I look at the screen and it is her in a bakery, but she's also wearing the tiniest booty shorts, and she has a big butt, and like, that's not that the camera is solely pointing at that, but the camera is definitely getting her butt and the bakery in the shot. And I just was like, I said, ew. I was like, that does not feel good to hear. I said something like that. And he's like, what? I was talking about the baked goods. And then he just like continued massaging my neck with the massage gun. And I just was like, Amanda, you can't do this anymore. Like, this is not okay. And like, this is not treatment that you deserve. And I don't know, I part of me wants to like downplay that comment, because I don't know, it's not the biggest deal, it's not the most disrespectful thing a man has done to me, but it is when you like combine it with all the other things, you know. Or I don't know, I've dated plenty of men that don't make those comments. Like, I'm sure they're thinking them in their heads when they see other women, or they see women on a TV screen and she looks hot or whatever, like, but you should have the wherewithal to like keep that comment inside and not say it out loud in front of me. I'm not your guy friend. Like, we're dating, and I'm supposed to feel like I'm the only girl on your mind and heart and stuff like that. And so, like I said, it's not like this is the one thing that he's done in 6 months that makes me not want to date him. Like, this is one of the many things, and I'm just like, oh my god, this man and how he thinks and how he acts and all of that, what comes to his mind and stuff like that, what comes out of his mouth is like not okay. Like, it's not acceptable. I deserve better. Like, and yeah, first of all, you have to accept people for exactly who they are. But even if he did improve in one of these categories, there's still 15 other categories where I'm like, oh my god, he also does this and that and this and that. And it's like, no, it's just not a match then, you know? It's not, you shouldn't go into a relationship with even one thing that you fully want to change about that person. Like, let alone, there's so many things where I'm like, oh my god, this is just not a match. Like, I don't know, I'm really struggling with it. I'm really, really struggling, because like the companionship and the company, and like when things are good, like it feels so good to me and it feels so comforting and like enjoyable and all of that. But like, obviously the good does not outweigh the bad. And that's like one of the key things to a relationship, is does the good outweigh the bad, and is the bad like not too bad? My nose turns so red when I cry. It's like kind of weird because it's the only body part. It's almost like a Mr. Potato Head nose that comes on and off. I don't know, I'm really struggling because I like find so much comfort in this person, but then in the moments that I don't, like, I feel so uncomfortable and I feel so disrespected, you know. And it's like, then it's not a match and you need to go. And part of me is like, so anyways, that was the thing that, like, the comment that he made about the girl in the video, okay? And I was like, that just doesn't feel good to hear. And he didn't really say anything back, or he was like, what? I was talking about the cakes, something like that. And then I just kind of like physically distanced myself and like clammed up a bit for the next like 20-30 minutes, and was on my phone. And he was like watching other YouTube videos, not her videos. And I just was like, in my head, I was like, you need to just go, you need to just go, you need to just go. Because already in the last 24 hours, I've been like pushing things aside, sweeping them under the rug to like be able to tolerate him and like enjoy my time with him. And like, it's not a match. This is not a match. It shouldn't feel like that. And I also know, like, I'm not perfect and I bring things to the table too, and I have an attitude sometimes too and stuff like that. I'm not like negating that. And I don't think that I've outright disrespected him. Another thing was, like, in the last 24 hours, like, we went to the beach and like both got burned, but him much worse than me. And I had put sunscreen on. I've told him multiple times, and that day, like, are you sure you don't want to put sunscreen on? Like, it's a must. He's like, no, I'm fine. And then he's like fully burnt to a crisp. And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna buy aloe vera from Target and like do a Target drive up so that way we can use aloe vera when we're home. And he just like either said okay or like didn't say much. And then I said, as a joke, I was like, I'm gonna put it in the well, kind of as a joke, kind of not. Everybody, like, it's kind of a common thing that you put aloe vera in the fridge and you use it when it's nice and cold on your body. I was like, I'm gonna put it in the fridge and then, you know, apply it all over your body where it's nice and cold. And he was like, no, you're not. But he was like dead serious and just rude, you know, like not joking. And like what I was saying was not this mean, horrible thing, you know. First of all, like I said, I feel like that's a thing most people do, is put the aloe vera in the fridge and then apply it nice and cold, like to your hot body. And it just like, to me, I'm like, okay, here I am extending myself to this man. I don't need the aloe vera. I'm not that burned. And like, as you can see, I'm not. And I don't need to buy the aloe vera, but I'm going out of my way to buy it. I'm telling you I'm going to apply it to you. Like, why are you being mean to me about it? You know, why are you countering me? Why are you disrespecting me about it? Like, and this is just another example where I'm like, oh, like, this is just your character. Like, this is how you talk. This is how you speak to me. This is how you think it's called to, you feel, how you feel called to speak to me, and how, what you think is called for in this situation. Like, and then later on our drive home, I like brought it up. I was like, I don't know why you were so mean to me about the aloe vera. And he was like, yeah, like, I appreciate you getting it. And I just was like, okay. And then we went and we got it from Target. And then when we get home, I like am taking a shower after the beach, and I come out and I was like, where's the aloe vera? And he was like, it's in the fridge. And I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. The aloe vera is in the fridge, even though you yelled at me about putting the aloe vera in the fridge. That's crazy. And he's like, no, it's not crazy. And I'm like, okay, I'm taking it out of the fridge. I took it out of the fridge, I put it on the side, and then like, I don't know, the point is I'm really struggling with this a lot. Like, I ended up putting the aloe vera on him. It wasn't all that cold because it hadn't been in the fridge for that long. But he was like, thank you for getting the aloe vera, thank you for putting it on me, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah. But the point is like, this is not how a woman or a person wants to be like talked to or treated, especially when I'm doing something, period, even if I've done something that you don't like, let alone when I'm doing something nice for you. Like, that makes me feel like shit. That does not feel good in any way, shape, or form. And so like, that was like another like ick, where I was like, okay, this is not a match. Like, this man does not make me feel good. I'm doing something nice for him. Like, you're lucky I'm in your life. Like, I treat you really well 95% of the time. Sure, 5% of the time I have like a little bit of an attitude, or I like clam up, or I like shut down, or I'm like not super talkative. I'm not disrespecting you. I have a little issue with that, right? Like, I've even voiced that to him, where I'm like, sorry, like sometimes I clam up or I shut down and blah, blah, blah. It's not my proudest moment or my proudest coping mechanism, but that's the way it is for now. And so anyways, another example was, we were watching Yellowstone, and what is it called? Not trigger warning, but like spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't finished it or like is in the process, whatever. This is season 4, like late in the season. Beth, this is a silly example, it doesn't even matter, it's not a spoiler. Beth is talking about a boy or a man bringing a woman flowers. She was like, you don't bring a woman flowers when you're sorry, you bring a woman flowers for no reason. And the man that I'm dating made a comment like, shit, something like that. Like, basically meaning like, no you don't, or like, that's not gonna happen here. And I just was like, yet again, I was like, oh my god, like, this, what am I doing here? Like, this, first of all, keep that comment to yourself, even if it does come to your mind. Same thing as the girl at the bakery with the short shorts. Like, even if you're a human being, like, some things that you aren't proud of are gonna come to your mind, but you don't need to say them. You don't need to feel justified to say them. But that was all that he said, and I just was like, oh my god, like, again, what am I doing here with this man? I've told him before. He got me flowers on Valentine's Day, but I told him the exact flowers I wanted. I wanted the, like, the preserved type, like, I forget what they're called, like, they're like roses that last for a year because they've been preserved. And he took my directions and he got me those, and that was great. But it's like, I also know him, like, he's the type of man that, like, he's like, okay, I have to get this for her. It's Valentine's Day. She asked me for them. She told me the specific ones. It's not because he wants to, like. So other times since we started dating and just in the last few months and stuff like that, like, I've told him, just so you know, Trader Joe's has like $5 flowers if you ever feel called to get me flowers. And he has never once gotten me flowers. And like that comment last night in response to what Beth said about the flowers was so like telling, where I'm like, oh my god, this man is not the type. And to me, a man that gets flowers or doesn't get flowers, that's not the ultimate deal breaker. Like, if everything else is incredible, then who cares about the flowers? But I think this is what's so frustrating to women about flowers, is it's not, we've told you this is something we like. It's a small act of kindness. The flowers are $5 to $10 at Trader Joe's. Like, it shows that you don't want to do nice things for me. It shows that you don't care. It shows that you don't want to put in effort when it does nothing for you, but it does something nice for me. And that's such a bad feeling. Like, I don't know. But overall, I'm really struggling. And I don't know if like, part of me was hoping that he would like text me or call me as soon as I like left his house. I forget if I already said this, but like, I just like, after that like comment about the YouTube girl and the bakery, 20-30 minutes later, I like packed my bag and I was like, I'm gonna go home. And he was like, okay. And like got up and like walked me to the door and was like, are you okay? And I was like, no, I don't know how to answer that. And he was like, okay, bye. And then like hugged me, and that was that. And I mean, I don't know which one is better. Like, obviously it feels better when a man is like, when he chases you in that moment, when he calls you, when he texts you, when he comes to your house, whatever, to like show that he doesn't want to lose you. But I think that would just make things harder for me, because I really need to just like end this. But I don't know. And it's such a confusing thing where I'm like, my rational mind knows what's best, knows I don't deserve this sort of treatment, knows I deserve better, knows that I'm worthy of more, knows that I bring more to the table than is being reciprocated. And I just, then the more careless version of me, or the wounded version of me, is like, but it's not that bad, and he doesn't know why you're upset. Maybe he deserves an explanation, and blah blah blah. And it's like, oh my gosh, girl, like, I don't know. I'm just really struggling. But I am glad to have been crying as much as I did in the last 30 minutes. So anyways, I don't know. I don't know what to do. And I mean, I do know what to do. I do. But I really hope that I'm able to like stick to my guns and do it, and like end it, and not continue with this cycle, because I've already ended it once and then taken him back. And look where I'm at again. We rekindled May 10th, June 10th, July 10th. So it's been like almost 10 weeks maybe that we've rekindled, but I was also in Europe for the first 3 weeks. So it's been like, let's say 2 months. And I don't know, like, all of the same complaints and concerns and worries and all of that are still there and still prominent, and still, they're not going anywhere, you know. And this man does not want to improve or change in the slightest. And I need to like take that for what it is, and I need to end it and move on, and like instead dedicate all of this time and energy and effort that I've expended on him, like, on myself instead, because I know there's so much There's so much like growing and healing and stuff that I need to do still. Obviously, like, look at what relationship I've landed myself in again. Not just again with him, but like I have the tendency to like date this type of man. So I don't know. I appreciate you guys hearing me out though. Like, this is painful and confusing and just hard to endure, but I can do hard things. I know I can. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.